carefully. Systems normally consists of the country rock, which is andesite, the green material, and within it you have sort of quartz, which is white, and what we call in geology sulfide veins, which is stuff like pyrite, which is the gold-coloured material, galena, which is a lead sulfide, which is sort of metallic silver grey material, and then the other material we have in here is sort of a coffee-coloured material called sphalerite, which is zinc sulfide.
This is what exploration is all about, finding this information out. So even if you have a hole with not as much information, it doesn't mean it's a waste of time. You just go back and re-angle the hole, knowing if it's not there, it's going to have to be here. If you have the vein on the surface, you know. We've done all the surface mapping, we're doing geophysics, remote sensing, this, that and that, you know. And you know, it's all part of systematic exploration. So where the ground breaks and breaks and breaks and breaks in a fashion whereby it doesn't overbreak, you know. It keeps the stuff size of the average you want. Yeah, what happens then is the machine, the LHD, the load hole dump. Okay, so this is more or less not quite perpendicular from the other line.
These are our sample marks. We're waiting for results to come back on this, and when the guys finish next week after Easter, they'll blast all this out. They'll use the LHD to haul the stuff out, and they stockpile it on the surface. We stockpile the material separately, so that if there is any difference between the veins, we get the information for the metallurgical recoveries, the head grades for each separate vein system, so we're not blending stuff together. And so if, for example, we have problems in certain areas, it's not diluting the grade for the other vein. Now, if you've got any questions, then I think the best thing to do is if you want to have a look at the material here.
You know what's the grade there?
I don't, for these samples. These are the ones we just took last week,
Okay.
and so they'll come back in a couple of weeks' time. Now, I think we've got grades up to a couple of 100 grams silver, 2 grams per ton gold, but again, because we're so near surface, you do get a lot of remobilisation of these metals. So the grades here haven't been as high as at Calicanto, but is nothing. No, it's not to be unexpected. But when we get into the Missy system, we've got drill hole number 17. We've got some good stuff.
What's the problem, boys? 5 and then now another 4.
Oh yeah!
Where bit you're going? Shaking the ground.
Yeah.
Just a quick overview of the San Jose property, so you get sort of a mental picture in your head of exactly sort of where you are and the potential of the property. At the moment we're at Tierra San Jose, which is that blue shaft behind you. We're here, and this red line here is the San Jose vein. It's got an approximate strike length that's been explored by some drilling and some trenching of at least 4 kilometres. It does continue along strike here. There are trenches out there. We don't have any information on that area yet, but we've only been here 4 months, so that'll be an area we're looking at. Where we'll be going later today, we'll be going down a ramp into these areas to have a look at the old workings, to sort of see the scale of the vein and the other potential of it, because the vein system is up to 30 metres wide, but because it had to transport everything so far, they'd only take the best pits. And so often in the text they refer to what's called a north and a south vein. which are generally higher grade, but the material in between, which they could be 10 metres apart, 20 metres apart, is generally mineralised. So we're looking at a potential for a very large bulk tonnage capability, some block caving. But until we really do the drilling, we're not fully sure of the full potential of this property. Now this vein has been mined from surface to about 300 metres depth. And as you can see, we've got a lot of historical drill holes. We have a number of logs for this. But apart from this main central zone, the drill holes really only explore to about 50 metres below surface. And so there's a potential 250 metres there that has been unexplored. And even in these drill holes, they were getting wide, medium grade intercepts, 4 or 5 metres of about 5 to 10 ounce. It's a potential bulk tonnage target that was never looked at because they didn't care.
So when you're looking at these numbers, like 126 grams, where do you, or what's the cutoff when you say it's not worth pursuing? Is it 100 or?
It's different because, let's say here, it's 126 grams per tonne silver, so probably for an underground mine we won't mine it, but it's 2.3% lead and 5% zinc. So, you're looking at 8-9% combined base metals. That's probably running probably about 800-900 grams per tonne silver equivalent.
Oh, okay, so the credits from those base metals can go a long way, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the vein swings around to the right.
Yeah. Quite so. You see the sort of line of hills in the background. The vein sort of swings round.
Wide vein with this kind of haulage ramp, you're looking at least 1,500, but probably more like at least 2,000 tonne a day. It's more like it. And I think you can all envisage that quite easily. Having trucks up and down, 10, 15 tonne each, in convoy up and down, easily do that, okay? When I mentioned a day, I'm talking 3 shifts, 24-hour operation. Yeah. All right. I've already mentioned before that historically they took about 2.2 million tonnes out only, and they've hardly touched the operation from an exploitation point of view. The upside for us now is a continuation along this direction, where the vein actually turns more to the right in our favour because it actually follows the inside our boundary going in this direction. But more so, on the other side of the head frame over there.
Now I'll quickly orientate people north in that direction. So this is what they refer to as the North San Jose vein. And then when we walk up this tunnel, we'll hit the South San Jose vein. And you're asking about potential blocks of resources. This is the area that we're looking at, basically from here to surface at about 70 metres, that's still basically sitting there to be mined.
And then how do they mine this?
They would use shrinkage stoping. Essentially, they'll sort of do a ramp up at plus 15 degrees, mine it, then do a plus 10 degree ramp, plus 5, 0. Basically take everything out. It's okay. And so this is the area where we do sort of initial drill holes to confirm the historic data. There's about a dozen drill holes in this area that show good ore grade mineralisation.
But when we talk about ounces, the potential ounces in the ground in the near term, and when we see we've got some strike length here, but we've got the bulk of the strike length 4+ kilometres on the other side going out with these kind of widths, or even half these widths, you can see the tonnage building up quickly. And if you take a conservative grade of 10 ounces, 330 grams overall per tonne, there's big tonnage in the ground here. Big ounces in the ground here.